Hi everybody, my name is Carisa Barker and welcome to my YouTube channel.
All I wanna know, are you thinking about me? I just gotta know. I just gotta know.
Today's video is going to be a story time. I'm going to be talking about the time that I found out I have a half-sister in another country. Alright, so a little bit of background on my family. My parents got divorced when I was 3 years old, so I don't really ever remember them being together. They've always just lived separate lives, and that's been totally fine. My dad also really loves to travel, specifically in South America. He goes there all of the time. He speaks fluent Spanish, and he really just loves the culture down there and just being in South America. So my dad first told me and my two older sisters about our half-sister about 3 years ago. This was around Christmas time. It was in like November or December, and my dad asked me and my sisters to come over to his house. And at first we didn't think anything was weird about that. Like, it's the holidays, he's our dad. So we all went over to his house. We found a time we could all go together, and as soon as we walked in, I knew that like something was up because he was acting totally different. Normally the vibe at his house is super chill and calm, but he was just like, can you guys have a seat in the living room? And it was like just being super formal about everything, and it just felt like kind of weird. And so I was like, oh no, something's going on here. So he sits us all down and he starts to tell us this story, and the way he was telling us about this, it legitimately made it seem like he was somehow involved in the drug cartel or something really sketchy down in South America, and I was really concerned. I thought there was maybe somebody after him trying to kill him or something crazy like that, because he was totally just trying to like beat around the bush and not just like come out and say what was actually going on, or just say, hey, you have a half-sister, surprise. But basically he starts telling us about how like he met this girl, and like he gave us a lot of details. And like I said, this was 3 years ago, so I don't really remember fully because it was just such like a shocking thing. But he met this girl, one thing led to another, and they ended up spending the night together, and that's how my sister was conceived. He didn't really keep in contact with her though. This was more of like a one-night stand kind of situation, and a while later she did end up reaching out to him and saying, hey, I'm pregnant with your kid. And he honestly just didn't really believe her because they had used protection, and he was like, if you slept with me, who's to say you didn't sleep with tons of other men, and who's to say it's actually my kid, or maybe you're just lying because I'm an American and you're trying to get my money. There was a lot of factors involved, but essentially he just didn't really believe that she was either pregnant or that it was actually his kid. So he just kind of disregarded it and didn't really think anything of it again. But then years later, as this child grew, she got more and more curious about who her father was, and so this girl's mom ended up reaching out to my dad again once she was older, and she said, hey, she really wants to know who her father is. She really is your kid. Would you be willing to meet her? And so he saw some pictures of her and he was like, oh crap, she actually is my kid, because she looks a lot like me and my sisters. She just has a little bit darker skin. And so he decided that he was going to go down and meet her. By the time he had told us about her, he'd actually already gone down and met her, I think 2, maybe 3 times. So he'd already been able to build a little bit of a relationship with her, which was nice. But yeah, it's just all super kind of crazy, and he started helping him out financially and things like that, and getting to know her a little bit better. And then he finally decided that it was time to tell me and my sisters, and I had no idea what to say. I didn't even know like what questions to ask or what to say, because it was so unbelievably shocking and bizarre. Like, to think that there is somebody who is your sister in another country that has existed for now 12 years and you know nothing about her until this moment. Like, it's super weird to just like wrap your head around. So yeah, that day was super weird and kind of a blur, honestly, because there was just a lot of emotions to try and process and to just try and understand this super weird situation. That day we ended up doing like a Skype call with her. My dad was able to like translate back and forth. She doesn't really speak any English and we don't really speak any Spanish, and so it was really hard to communicate, but we got to at least see her and say hi But it was just so bizarre. So now, flash forward to this year, my dad has been working super hard to get her United States citizenship, and I believe she does have her passport now, so pretty soon she's probably going to be coming here to spend some time, a couple months living here, seeing what America is all about. And she has learned a little bit more English since then, and I've tried to learn a little bit of Spanish, so hopefully we'll be able to communicate a little bit better. But the whole situation is just super bizarre, like, and I'm honestly kind of nervous to meet her because I feel like she has pretty high expectations of like what a sister relationship is supposed to be like, because with my two older sisters, I am super close with them. They are my best friends, they're everything to me, and she's kind of seen that, and she's seen how we interact a little bit through like social media and stuff, and so I feel like that's what she's kind of expecting. But me and my other sisters, we've had 21 years to like build this bond, and we've been through so much together, which has made us so much closer, and she's just going to like come in and kind of expect that to be there, and I don't know if it will be, and I'm really scared because I don't want to disappoint her, but like I don't want to force something either, and so it's just really all a super complicated situation. The whole process of trying to get her citizenship has been such a mess and taken so long, and it's kind of ridiculous because according to the government, as long as you have one parent who is a United States citizen, that automatically makes you a citizen as well. So the fact that this has taken like 3 years to handle is kind of absurd. My dad has had to get like DNA tests and like all sorts of things, like proving that he was there at the time she was conceived. He's had to spend so much money on all sorts of stuff and traveling back and forth to like the different embassies and things like that. And it's been a really crazy process, but hopefully she will be able to come here pretty soon. We have tried to message each other from time to time, but because of the language barrier, it just makes things really difficult and harder to have conversations and to develop a relationship. And we usually like reach out to each other on holidays and special occasions and stuff, but at this point I honestly know little to nothing about her, and she's my sister, and it's super weird and super sad, I guess, and just hard to grasp the concept that this is even real and that this is my life. But yeah, I will definitely keep you guys updated. I'm kind of hoping that I can do a video when I meet her for the very first time, like of our first like interaction and stuff, because I think that that will be kind of interesting, and I just think that will be a really fun thing to look back on in the future with her and have that little memory of the first time that we met. So hopefully I can do that. Alright, so I'm editing this video right now, and I'm just going to interject for a little quick second. I didn't say anything about this before because I wasn't really sure if it was going to happen or not. I'm still not 100% sure if it's going to happen, but more sure than I was before. But basically my half-sister is going to be turning 15 in a couple months. And in the South American culture, when you turn 15, you have a big quinceañera party. And so she invited me and my sisters to come down to Colombia, where she lives, and come to her party. And like I said, it's still not 100%. It's not, but we're really trying to make it work, trying to figure out if we can go. We might not be able to actually be there for the day of the party. We might go the week before, but either way, I'm still going to get to meet her for the first time and hopefully spend some time in Colombia. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that that might be happening. So yeah. But I will definitely like keep you guys updated. If you have any questions about the situation, or if you don't feel like I explained something good enough, feel free to ask any questions you might have down in the comments, or say anything else that you want to say. I love hearing from you guys. And if you liked this video, you know what to do. And please subscribe, because it doesn't hurt you at all, but it helps me a ton, and I really do appreciate the support. I try to post a new video every single Thursday, so make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. You can also follow me on my Instagram if you would like. It is at Carisa_Barker. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!
So numb, doing all I can.